All right, man. Last but not least, okay? And I'm gonna calm down a little bit. You understand me? I don't want it to be too loud, me yelling all in the mic. Last but not least is judge your partner by what your partner is to you. Don't compare your relationship to anyone else. If to be honest, and I know no one's gonna do it, the very best thing you could ever do for your relationship is both of you just get the fuck off social media. You have nothing to compare your relationship to. You have a lot of time that was otherwise wasted on social media that you could be putting elsewhere, either towards each other or towards a hobby or something that builds you as a person. You know, it's so beneficial. And more importantly, you don't have anyone in your business. When you get upset at each other, you're not running to go post anything. You know, you just have to deal with that. But the most important thing is judging your partner based on who your partner is to you. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I was saying love yours, okay? It's basically love yours, relationship edition. That's what it is. Everything I said in that love yours video, as far as, you know, things as it pertains to you, it's that relationship edition. This is something that I probably tell myself every single day. Love yours, right? We have to get away from this new age thing to where we are judging things in our life in comparison to other people's lives. Instead of judging today in comparison to where we was a week ago, a month ago, a year ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago, we are judging our lives today based on where our peers are today. You understand me? And it's extremely unfortunate because it goes back to, you know, the things I was saying about appreciating the small W's. You know, everyone has a different starting line and a different finish line. Like I love that experiment where that coach, you know, had people running out on the floor, like, you know, on the field. You know, if your parents pay for this, if you've never had to worry about this, if, you know, you've never been through this, take a step forward, right? You know, and he points out how these students here are already ahead of life than those students there. They're the same age, but they have different starting points. I love that experiment because it points to this concept of loving yours, right? A lot of you guys are on social media right now, and before you got to this video, you were just scrolling, looking at what another woman man done did for her. He done took her out on a trip, got flowers. They ate at this fancy steakhouse. You know, he got her some red bottoms or whatever the case. You see what I'm saying? And you're judging your man based off of what that man did for that woman, not understanding where those two people are in life and where they started in comparison to where you guys are. He didn't take you to this restaurant. He ain't never bought you nothing really expensive. And so you don't want to be with him no more. He treats you with great respect. He put it down in the bedroom. He responsible. He worked his ass off to pay the bills in the home. But you don't want to be with him because he can't do for you what the other woman's man can do for her, right? At one point, he did enough to, for you to say, yeah, I want to be his wife. You understand me? I want to build. This is the person I want to carry kids for. This is the person I want to, have a home cooked meal for on the table when he come home. At one point, this person satisfied all your needs. And it's not that this person isn't doing anything differently. It's just that you see things differently because you're seeing what other people have, what other people are doing, and it's not happening for you. We have to break away from this. We see it all the times where, you know, someone goes in our family or one of our friends buys a new home and we go to their home warming party, you know, and we're walking around the home looking like, oh, this is dope. Oh, this is dope. This is dope. And we in a fucking 3-bedroom apartment in the hood. Now all of a sudden, instead the goal used to be to just get into a home. Now it's a home that got to have a separate walk-in shower with the bathtub. The kitchen has to have an island and not one of those small islands. It got to be one of them big islands that can sit a whole bunch of people around. It has to have lighting everywhere. It has to have open space where you can see, you know, the entire family room and dining room where everybody just gathers, you know. You want a patio that's covered because you want to be able to go out there and sit and, you know, read your book without worrying whether or not it's going to rain. You know, you go to these homes that someone else has, and all of a sudden your requirement just went through the roof when it used to be, you know what, I just want to get out this home, get into, you know, get out this apartment, get into a home where my kids can run around, make as much noise as they want to, where I could just have a garage to park my cars in and not worry about, you know, somebody, you know, messing with him, where I can have a backyard so I can get a dog, the kids can get a dog that can run around. Like, that used to be what it was until we got on social media. And this isn't a thing on where it's biased towards one gender or the other. It's a lot of guys doing the same exact thing. You got a woman who, you know, does everything she can around the home, tries her best to keep up with the kids, raise them properly, keep up with the homework, tries her best to squeeze in time to get the dishes done, the laundry done, you know, sees little bitty ways she can, you know, help you out financially, whether that be by, you know, finding ways to make a little dollar here and there or finding ways to save a little dollar here and there, right? But because she don't spend the time in the mirror and don't look as good in a picture as the next man's wife does, she don't get dressed up and fly every day. She walking around in sweatpants, you know what I'm saying? Because she got all of this shit to do. And when she doesn't have something to do, she taking some time to rest because she tired. Like, because she doesn't look as good as the next woman, you and the next woman DM because you don't appreciate yours. At one point, she looked good enough for you to holler at her, want to impregnate her, want to build a life with her. When you take a woman that's doing everything you need her to do for you, and you're ready to dismiss her simply because she doesn't look as good as the next woman, doesn't wear makeup or get dressed up as often as the next woman, what you are essentially doing is you're taking the middle range, you know, car, the Chevy Impala that you can afford everything on, and you're trading her for the Benz that you can afford the monthly payments on, but can't afford the routine maintenance. See, one of those cars is going to end up going further than the other. They both going to get you from this light to the next light now. But which one's going to get you from this light to the next light 10 years from now? That Chevy going to still be on that road. That Benz ain't going nowhere. You can't afford the $100+ oil changes on that. You can't afford the routine maintenance, the 30,000, 60,000, 90,000, 120,000 mile maintenance on that vehicle. If that vehicle get into an accident, you can't even afford the deductible for your insurance. So now you driving down the road in a pretty ass S550 with a fucked up fender, which makes that car at that point uglier than the Chevy Malibu. See, a lot of y'all don't think. Y'all say y'all building towards something, but you don't understand that when something is built, everything inside of it has to work. Everything is built with this amount of screws, this amount of this amount of that, this amount of this amount of that. Under every vehicle hood, you have a bunch of parts that make it run. Does not matter what the outside of the vehicle looks like. If those parts inside do not do what they're supposed to do, the vehicle does not go, or it does not go far, it does not go fast, it does not perform to your expectations. I will take a woman who is a 5, but knows and understands everything I need her to do, and understands why I need those things done any day, over something that looks good, get a bunch of looks thrown my way. Got motherfuckers like, oh, okay, look at that. I'll take it over that any day, when I know that that is not going to get me as far. That is not going to support me along my endeavors. That is not going to be there to feed me, to bathe me, to take care of me on my longest day of work. That's going to be in the bed, laying, waiting for me to come in that door and do something for that. That's going to be the one when you go down to start it up, you know, it throw you that extra crank, you know, that instead of starting right up. That's what that one's going to be, because you can't afford that maintenance on that. It is not there for the long run. Now, you know, if it does the same exact things and looks better and you have no problem, you know, affording it, by all means, do what you do. I just know that, you know, where I'm from, when we got something that do us right, then we come up, we dress it up. How you think we got the boxes, the bubbles, the cutties, the Regals, the MCs? What you think a dunk is? That's somebody appreciating something that has always done them right, and then getting it right when they get right. That's what it is. You have to love yours when it comes to these relationships. Appreciate the time, the investment that people put into you. Patience is an investment. To say, hey, you know, I got $30,000. I got an idea. I'm going to put into this. I don't know when this is going to pay off, or if it is going to pay off. And to have that person right there saying, you know what, don't worry about it. If it don't pay off, we going to work through it. Instead of being there ready to leave you when when I got with you, you had 30 in the bank, you know, now, you know, your shit negative 300. I got to go on to the next. You understand me? Like, hey, y'all can choose whatever y'all want to choose. It's your choice. But is it the right choice? Is it the best choice? It's your choice, but is it the right choice? And is it the best choice that you're making? Appreciate who you have in your life. When people are doing right by you, you do right by them. You love the people that are loving you, okay? Over the last 2 years, I have lost a lot of people in my life that was close to me, okay? And what I've come to realize, where the hurt comes from, it isn't because I'm losing people that I love. It's because I'm losing people that love me. It's a huge difference. A huge difference when you have people around you that actually genuinely love you. Huge difference. You already know what it is, man. Reality is undefeated, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe if you already haven't. Tune in. I'm going to be dropping a whole lot of videos, a lot more videos, as I should say. You know, and it just is what it is, man.